just having a talk with me about anxiety. I'm just gonna split it into two different videos, but I'm just gonna upload them in one day. Just don't want each video to be like that long, but I think I have too much tips and I have too much advice, so much that I can't just swallow it. I'm just gonna share it. If I have to split the video into 3 sections or 3 different videos, then I will, as long as I have shared and giving you guys advices on how to deal with this thing, then I'll be good. Or else I'm not gonna sleep peacefully knowing that I swallowed some tips that would have helped some people. Hey beautiful baddies and handsome niggas, what is up? It's your girl Jayana back with another banger video. Do not forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share this video with anybody living with anxiety and depression or any other form of mental illness. Okay? Okay. So today we are gonna be having a talk about depression and anxiety and any other mental issues such as bipolar and stuff. I don't really know what is up with people living with bipolar, like what they are going through. I only know like how they behave in public and how it affects their life, like the general knowledge, the knowledge that almost everybody knows about people living with bipolar. So I'm not gonna focus much on bipolar because I don't really know what is happening, but I do know a few people um who live with bipolar, and I do see their struggles daily. And but like I don't want to talk about it because it's like I've never experienced bipolar and I've never been like close with someone living with bipolar. I just know a few, and that's all. So if you are living with bipolar, then I'm sorry, but I really think you should watch this video because we are talking about like mental illness and stuff. So might just help you. Maybe you might get yourself a few tips that you can implement in your life, to just to make things easier. So before we get into the video, do not forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share this video with anybody who, I think I've already said this, but just share it. Okay, I'm just gonna give you some time to go ahead and subscribe. Do it now. Do it now, yo. What? Subscribe. Just comment if there's anything you would like me to, like, if you just have a content, like if there's a video you want me to film basically about mental health, let me know in the description box down below and comment section. Let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll be more than happy to create videos that actually helps you guys. I don't want to like make videos that I feel like they help you, but I want to make videos that actually help you. So I really hope that my videos do help you, like even if you don't use all the tips, at least use 1 or 2 tips, and let me know in the comment section down below if they do help you as well. So mental illness is popular, right? It is popular nowadays. Almost everyone is struggling mentally, even if they are not diagnosed with anxiety, depression, or any other thing. But I do know that everyone is struggling mentally, especially students. If you are at high school, college, university, whatever, even if you are currently working, like, it doesn't matter. Actually, really doesn't matter where you are, but a lot of students are struggling with mental illness. So the first thing I would like to say about this thing is that people who don't experience such things always bash people living with anxiety or depression. I really don't know why people be treating us different and stuff, because like we're all human. You know what I'm saying? We're all human at the end of the day. The only difference is that we are struggling mentally and you guys are not. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you were to look at it on a brighter side, we are all struggling. Even if you're not struggling mentally, maybe you are struggling physically. So it's kind of like, it's so annoying how people treat people with mental illness different and stuff, because we are normal. So I just wanted to say, if you are living with this thing, of which you are, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video anyway, there's nothing wrong about you. There's nothing wrong about you, and it's not your fault that you have this mental illness whatsoever. It's not your fault. You know, God allowed this issue, like he allowed this illness to live inside you, for a reason. You understand? So you shouldn't like beat yourself up like that much, especially if you know that it's not your fault. You know, it's different sometimes, especially when you have anxiety. It can be caused by, sometimes it comes naturally. That is where you shouldn't like beat yourself up. If it just came naturally, then you shouldn't beat yourself up. But if there are days where you feel like, you know, you have to like to compliment, what the fuck is going on, if you know that you have to complete a task, or you know there's something you need to do and you're not doing it, then you start feeling anxious, then that is your fault, because you were supposed to do something and you didn't do it, and now you are anxious. Like, don't try to come up with excuses for having anxiety. If you know why you are currently feeling anxious, and you feel like you can do something about it, but you just decided not to do anything about it, then that is your fault. But other than that, it is not your fault, girl, boy. Like, guys, it's not your fault. Like, you are different. So what? Most of the time, I speak with people with anxiety, especially back in high school. They would like come to me and ask me about anxiety, because like I was one of those students who was struggling with anxiety disorders a lot. Like, everyone in school knew I had anxiety, so they were kind of like worried about me, and it was so annoying. But I was grateful sometimes, like, you know, people, having people who worry about you, who care, like who shows you that they care and stuff, like is a blessing, especially when you have anxiety and depression. But like, people would ask me like, how do you deal with anxiety, because most of the time I struggle with it, but like when you come back or when you return to school, it's no longer the same. You know, you feel better, you look better, and you are more happier than you were when you left. The thing I usually tell them is that I look at anxiety in a different or positive perspective, if I may say. So most of the time, I highly recommend you guys to look at depression or anxiety in a positive way. You know, don't be negative all the time. I know it's gonna be hard for you to be like, okay, I have anxiety, it's a good thing. Obviously, it's not if you are negative. But if you were to look at it in a different perspective, you'd be like, okay, I'm different, which means I'm unique. You know, I mean, if I wasn't unique, everyone would be having anxiety, everyone would be having depression. So there's a sign that you are different from other people. And sometimes God allows you to live with this thing, because you know there's a whole lot of people out there who are living with it as well. So you might be help to other people. That's what I tell myself whenever I feel like I feel down, or when I feel negative about having anxiety and stuff. I tell myself, it's okay, go, you have this thing, you're different, and you know, maybe there is a reason. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're going through whatever it is that you're going through for a reason. For an example, you have a YouTube, so why don't you just share what you're feeling with other people? Because there are people out there who need some advice from you. You know, some people who like feeling like they are not alone, because if you feel like you are alone in a situation, it becomes hard for you to deal with it. So I feel like if I make such videos and people watch it and get a few tips and tricks, and they like, it becomes way better than feeling like you are alone in a situation, if you know what I'm saying. So I just wanted to tell you, which you guys are unique, you guys are just the best. You guys are like unicorns in a way. Like, you guys are different, and you should just embrace that. Just flow, you know, just be grateful for being different. I'm not saying be grateful for the pain. I know it hurts. I know, and we're gonna like talk about that in a few minutes. But I just wanted to tell you, Lucy, there's nothing wrong with you. Like, there is nothing wrong with you. Even if you go to therapy, even if you go for counseling, like, you can go anywhere, they will tell you like there's nothing wrong with you, and it's not your fault, it's just your mind. You just need to know how to control your mind, which is hard when you have mental illness, because there is a chemical imbalance in your head, so you can't really control how you think, or you can't control your thoughts as a normal person. That is where it becomes a bit hard. That is why, like, we feel, we feel anger, we feel loneliness, we feel stupid, when we feel all this negativity when we can't control our minds, because we compare ourselves with people who don't have this illness. So just find a way of dealing with your anxiety or depression or whatever mental illness that you have. Find a way that will work for you. I mean, someone else's strategy, I mean, my strategies won't work for other people. You know what I'm saying? So that is why I highly recommend you guys to, yes, you are watching this video, yes, you will get tips and tricks, but how you are going to deal with that situation that you have won't always work for you the same way it works for me. It might work sometimes, but not always. So because we're going through different stages, and we're going through, different situations, if I may say. So I highly recommend you guys to find a way of dealing with it.